Brandon, what are you doing and what is that?
Oh, this right here? This is marijuana, also known as ganja, weed, bud, and Mary Jane.
Ooh, fascinating. What is marijuana?
It's a mixture of dried leaves and flowers from the plant of the cannabis sativa, the hemp plant. It's a herbal drug derived from the plant of the genus cannabis, which is its taxonomic rank. It grows in warm and temperate climates and is grown from seeds, making it an angiosperm. This right here is a sativa strain.
What's sativa and where'd you get it from?
Well, sativa is a type of marijuana. It helps produce an enjoyable cerebral high by transporting consumed chemicals to the brain through the bloodstream. This increases social interaction while also helping with physical activity and productivity.
And where'd you get it from?
Well, I got this from a local medical marijuana dispensary in Toronto.
Gnarly, bro! Where can I get some?
Well, you see, medical marijuana has to be prescribed by a doctor for a legitimate reason. I use it for my headaches.
Oh, okay. Thanks for the info, buddy. I gotta go now. Bye.
Later. The next day.
Whoa.
Yo, last night I researched about all this medical marijuana and I found all this negative information you never told me about. What's the deal, buddy?
Whoa, calm down. What'd you research?
I found out that it causes so many side effects, all these negative side effects.
Like what?
Well, it causes loss of coordination and distorts vision, sense of time, and hearing. Also, it increases drowsiness and increases appetite. The increased appetite could lead to obesity and unwanted weight gain.
While this is true, the side effects are only temporary, and the helpful medical uses of marijuana predominated. Did you ever stop and think that it could be used for those suffering from diarrhea or diet problems?
Well, here's something you probably never thought of. During the first hour of smoking marijuana, the risk of a heart attack increases by 500%.
Also true, but this is only when it's smoked, and smokers must know what they risk when they're taking it. Anyone with a history of heart disease should probably not be smoking in the first place due to the increased heart rate and effects on the bloodstream. THC, the active chemical ingredient in marijuana, increases the inner diameter of the blood vessels, lowering your blood pressure as well. Almost everyone can understand that marijuana can affect your heart. It's all about moderation.
Yeah? Well, I also read that it causes impaired vision and memory and disability to solve problems.
These factors all depend on the person consuming the marijuana and what kind of marijuana the person is using. The sativa strain I have smoked yesterday has been known to increase awareness, productivity, prevent brain problems, and more. Sativa has also been proven to help build the nervous tissue in the hippocampus portion of the brain, which is responsible for memory and emotion.
Well, I guess that makes sense, but it also negatively affects both cardiovascular and nervous system.
These side effects are only seen in chronic smokers who spend a lot of time smoking marijuana.
Yeah, well, that was just short term. I still have a lot more to go on long term.
Please go on.
Well, if used regularly over a long period of time, the user can experience psychotic symptoms such as hallucinations, depressions, low attention span, anxiety, delusions, suicidal thoughts, and many more. Not only that, but since it has over 400 chemicals, most of whom side effects are unknown, it has a high chance of causing cancer in your heart and lungs.
All of which are only caused by marijuana dependency. This means you have to be smoking so much that you've become dependent on it and are consuming it chronically.
And what about bronchitis?
What about it?
Bronchitis is a problem with the airways in which the lungs cause inflammation. Smoking too much can cause bronchitis, and if you already have bronchitis, you should stay miles away from marijuana as it can worsen symptoms and increase coughing and mucus development.
You're right about that.
Well, it also weakens your immune system, making it harder for you to fight off infections.
That's where you're wrong. Medical marijuana is prescribed as an alternative medicine or prescribed with additional medication to help fight symptoms and relieve pain and other side effects for infection or disease. The only time medical marijuana can actually seriously impact your health is if you've been taking it recreationally rather than medically.
Well, I mean, it's a great weight drug, so it makes people try harder drugs in order to get a better high.
There's no evidence to back up that claim. Medical marijuana is prescribed in dosages to prevent users to smoke it recreationally and to prevent them from returning to other drugs and avoiding marijuana in general.
If you want to have kids in the future, then I advise you to listen to this. Consuming marijuana can lower sperm count in males. Not only does it affect males, but if taken during pregnancy by a female, it can cause your baby to be born with a decreased birth weight and increases risk for behavioral and mental disorders for the baby. Also, in extreme cases, it can make the user develop schizophrenia, which is a mental illness that affects how the person feels, thinks, and behaves. Along with schizophrenia, the person can get temporary paranoia, which makes the person fearful of everything.
Any pregnant woman should not be smoking or consuming any sort of drug or alcohol while carrying a baby. That's general knowledge. Inheritance of mental health issues all has to do with genetics and whether or not the family has a history of mental health issues. I'm sure this can be recorded somewhere. Most families have recorded documents of disease within the family, and that can be inherited in a family pedigree. In addition to all this, marijuana is one of the fastest growing industries in North America, in legal states and provinces, and could be even bigger than the organic food industry if it's legalized more. The US alone made $1.2 billion just in 1 year, according to studies, and that's not even with all the states.
You know, I guess this marijuana thing maybe isn't so bad after all. It seems like this could actually be very beneficial to those suffering from harsh side effects of diseases and conditions such as your headaches. We could also make a lot of money for our economy too. But I guess that's not my call. What do you guys think?
Takes me to